Why in the world would you want to travel with your baby? Or worse, your toddler? Today's topic, my friends, the surprising benefits of traveling with your baby. Excuse me while I do a little packing here while my son is napping, because when he wakes up, he and my husband and I are all going to take a little hike down to a very famous nude beach. FYI, we're not going to this beach because we really care about nude beaches. I mean, honestly, like any beach can be a nude beach for a baby. We're going because it has like 300 stairs down to the beach and back up, which Dory is just gonna freaking love.
Get you.
Here's a little secret for you. If you travel with your baby or your toddler, everything else will seem less daunting. All of those things that people talk about, their toddler acting up in the grocery store, or your baby having a meltdown at the doctor's office, who cares? No big deal. That will feel like nothing after you've taken your baby on public transport in another country, or taken them on an airplane for 11 hours. After you've had a layover for 2 days with a toddler, everything else is just so easy after traveling with your baby or toddler. So it's kind of like a crash course you're giving yourself, but an adventurous, fun, amazing crash course. You've probably heard a million times that your life will get a whole lot more complicated when you have a baby. Traveling together will teach you that it can actually be a whole lot more simple than you think. We humans tend to overcomplicate things, and traveling with our babies can kind of shake us out of this mindset. When I was putting baby stuff on my registry when I was pregnant, people overwhelmed me with the amount of things that they recommended that I would need, that I should ask for. And in the end, I learned through traveling with my son that I didn't need like probably 80% of the things on my baby registry. When you're traveling, you have each other and you have your suitcases, and that's it. And you realize it's kind of all you need. One of the more beautiful things for us about traveling with our son is that we've been able to come home and keep these lessons, or try really hard to keep these lessons with us in our normal life. Meaning we try to live almost as simply at home as we do when we're traveling. Life with a baby doesn't have to be as complicated as we think. We have found that strangers will react so much differently to us than they did before, and this goes for traveling as well as in real life. And you will have so many positive interactions with humanity if you're looking for them. That's because people love babies, people love toddlers, like most people love babies and toddlers, surprisingly. And this is true all over the world. So you'll walk around with your baby or toddler and people will talk to you, people will smile at you. It's such a simple, beautiful thing, and those of you who have dogs have probably already experienced this many times, walking around with your dogs and just having small talk or having good, nice, positive interactions with people outside. Before, when it was just me traveling by myself or my husband and I traveling with each other, I just don't remember having so many kind, sweet interactions like this. Not on this kind of scale as when we travel with our son.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. Yep. Yep.
Well, that's working.
Something I didn't want and that I was a little bit afraid of happening before my son was born is that he wouldn't be very flexible, he wouldn't be very adaptable, and it would be really hard to get him to sleep or whatever in different places. And what I learned is that a baby is just gonna be a baby, and they go through so many phases, they change constantly. So instead of worrying about those things when we were traveling, whether or not he would sleep, whether or not he would eat, what it's forced us to do is for us to be more flexible as human beings, for us to let go a little bit. It's not on my son to be super flexible, although I do think traveling has made him more flexible. More importantly, it has made us as parents, especially me as a mother, more flexible, and that has been the greatest gift that travel has given us, among many other greatest gifts that I'm telling you in this video. I don't know if this one is obvious, but traveling brings you closer as a family, or it has the potential to bring you closer as a family. Back home, a lot of us live in big houses or big spaces, our babies, our toddlers in separate rooms from us. When we're traveling, we're all sharing a hotel room, we're all sharing an Airbnb. If we're camping, we're all sharing a tent together or an RV. Traveling is an amazing opportunity for young families to just slow down, to take a step back from busy life and just be together, just be present with one another in a small space, but it brings you closer. Someone might want to check my research on this, but according to a 2014 study in this article I'm reading, in the European Journal of Social Sciences, Education, and Research, rich, varied environments promote early language skills. So if any of you out there are like us and trying to teach your son multiple languages, it would appear that you have an advantage by taking them traveling early on in their lives. On this same note, it's also always a really good idea to expose them to nature as much as possible, and reading, of course, maybe reading in nature. Really great activities while you're traveling with your baby and toddler. And then, depending on your travel style, before you had babies and kids, traveling with your baby can be super physically and mentally helpful for you as a parent. All of the things that might make us complain about traveling with babies and toddlers turn out to actually be like quite healthy habits. Waking up earlier, taking our time, being more present, slowing down, drinking less, going to bed earlier. So, has it been worth traveling with my son for the past 2 years? It's expensive, and they're not even gonna remember it. But you're gonna remember it. We're humans, we have memories too, and there are a lot of ways to travel cheaply with a baby, and in fact, the airfare can be free or very close to free when your baby is under 2 years old. You can go in the off season, you can travel on less popular days. You can stay at an Airbnb and cook your own meals. There are a lot of ways to make this more affordable. So if you're still on the fence about traveling with your baby or toddler, I hope this video convinced you otherwise. You can do it, and you're gonna love it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.
Yay! Good job, buddy. All done. Yay!